The conversation in the NBA right now is about a minority owner, a partial owner of the Warriors. I quite frankly, I'm sure none of you have ever heard of. The 15 Minutes of Fame found the part owner of the Warriors named Mark Stevens. He is a venture capitalist who bought into the team a couple of years ago and lost his marbles. Absolutely went beyond the pale, went out of his mind on Wednesday night when he shoved Kyle Lowry when Lowry jumped into the stands with mere minutes to go in a 10-point game. Lowry trying to save the ball, and Mark Stevens in a golf shirt seen with his left arm pushing Kyle Lowry in his left shoulder and then barking some unfortunate words in his direction. And I will say this right now, because so much is being paid attention to the awful behavior by this man who has apologized for it, said he's been embarrassed by it. He has now been banned for a year for it. He is being fined $500,000 for that behavior. He is now, no doubt, wherever he is, hearing about it from everybody, and it's something that he'll have to carry around with him for a very long time. Right now, it's really intense. Maybe years from now, people won't even recognize him walking down the street. They probably might not right now anyway. But so much is being focused on his behavior. I do want to focus attention on Kyle Lowry's behavior and how remarkable it was in the heat of the battle of the NBA Finals. And we talked about it yesterday, how these finals for him personally, after the Raptors got as close as the Eastern Conference Finals in his tenure with DeMar DeRozan, and not even that far last year, that he has been in the spotlight. He has heard all of the criticism. He has been a guy that has been categorized as not coming up big in big-time games. It's that simple. I'm not telling any tales out of school. He's the guy that's diving into the stands. He's the one that's going all out. He's the one being a professional. And the man who's supposed to be a professional because he's a part owner of the team. And I don't care that you can get lost in being a fan. You are representing the Warriors and the NBA when you set foot on a floor in the NBA and you sit down courtside. You are representing the NBA. You're not representing your zeal for the game and your love for your team. You are representing your team in the NBA at all times. Your behavior is always going to be scrutinized. Doesn't matter if you own 1% or a majority of it. And Kyle Lowry's the one in the middle of all this getting shoved by somebody he's never met before, doesn't even know who this guy is, doesn't know. I'm sure he has no idea that he's a part owner of the Warriors. Just somebody that's shoving him in the middle of all of this. He could have absolutely shoved him back. Just out of sheer madness of the moment that we are also going to, that I'm also hearing is being utilized by those trying not to excuse the behavior of Mark Stevens, but to at least give some sort of understanding. It was just the heat of the moment that he shoved Kyle Lowry. Well, Kyle Lowry's in the heat of the moment of an NBA Finals game. And I just set the stage as to what these finals mean for him. And he didn't go through supposed instinct and shove this man back. And if he did, in the heat of the moment, without us knowing that this guy was a part owner of the Warriors who had lost his mind, we would have been like, he put his hand on a fan. And that would be part of this national conversation. And it would have been worse, and it would have been more awful. So kudos to Kyle Lowry for not doing that. We can't say that enough. And it gets lost in the behavior of the part owner of the Warriors, who, again, got suspended for a year. He can't even come around a team. And $500,000.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.